Any ads heard during this episode that are not in our voice are placed by third-party agencies. They should not be considered the opinion of or to be endorsed by Hoosier Myths and Legends.
Welcome to another episode of the Hoosier Myths and Legends podcast.
I'm Rebecca Wilhelm.
I'm Mary Quigley.
And I'm Hope Wilhelm.
Join us as we dive into the spookier side of the Hoosier State.
So what comes to your mind when you think of Indiana? Do you think of corn? Do you think of basketball? Do you think of the Indianapolis 500? Maybe you think of famous celebrities who were born in Indiana, like John Mellencamp or Michael Jackson.
But as the saying goes, there is more than corn in Indiana. 92 counties make up the Hoosier State. In this podcast, we are going to discuss some Indiana folklore from each of these counties. If you are into tall tales, ghosts, or spooky legends, then this is a podcast you are not going to want to miss. Hey listeners, for today's episode, we're taking you to Lawrence County, Indiana, to a quiet place with a dark and chilling secret.
Tucked away in the unassuming town of Mitchell, Indiana, is the Whispers Estate. This stately 19th century home was purchased by Dr. John and Jessie Gibbons in 1899. As you can imagine, over the years, this house saw both joy and tragedy. The doctor treated patients in the front parlor, and the couple, known for their generosity, adopted numerous children over the years. Tragedy struck when one of their young daughters accidentally set the front parlor ablaze, suffering injuries that ended up claiming her life. Now, they say that the house earned its name because late at night, you can still hear soft voices and footsteps, as if the past refuses to rest. So grab your cup of coffee, lock the door, turn out the lights, and get comfortable, because this is one story where listening too closely might not be a good idea.
Well, that sent a chill down my spine, or maybe it's just a coffee kicking in.
No, it's not just you. I definitely feel something more than caffeine lingering in the air tonight.
Well, if coffee can't scare you awake, Whispers Estate will do the trick.
Now, this is a place I would love to see in person.
Me too.
Mary, I gotta be honest with you. This place has always fascinated me.
It has a tragic past.
So let's go ahead and get into it.
The Whispers Estate was built in 1894 and purchased by Dr. John and Jessie Gibbons in 1899. However, this place was more than just a home. John both lived and practiced medicine there, and he and Jessie adopted orphan children out of kindness.
Now, tragedy struck almost immediately. Their 10-year-old daughter, Rachel, accidentally started a fire in the front parlor, and she was trapped and badly burned. And Rachel ended up dying 2 days later in the upstairs bedroom.
Since then, visitors have sworn they catch glimpses of Rachel's spirit. She has been seen sometimes running down the hallway, and visitors have reported hearing the soft pitter-patter of footsteps echo through the rooms.
Now, it's important to keep in mind that Rachel's room is still upstairs, just the way it may have looked when she lived there. And there's visitors that say that the moment you step inside, you can feel a shift in the air. There's a lot of people who report strange heaviness feeling or tingling down your arms or reporting feeling like somebody's watching you.
And it's not just a feeling. Some guests report hearing the sound of a little girl's laughter or the faint shuffle of small feet across the floor. A few have even said they've seen her, a child in an old-fashioned nightgown, darting down the hallway before disappearing into thin air.
Others claim toys left in her room have moved on their own, as if she's still playing, still reaching out to anyone who comes near. One thing the owners warn visitors about: If you're wearing perfume or lotion, you might feel a tug at your sleeve or catch a whiff of smoke. Both signs they say that Rachel is close by.
Rachel's story is heartbreaking, but it's just one chapter in Whispers Estate's haunted history. After the fire's smoke cleared and years passed, another spirit began making herself known, one that visitors describe as calm, watchful, and sometimes too close for comfort.
This spirit's not a child playing with toys, and she doesn't run through the halls. Instead, she lingers quietly as if she's still tending to her home and the people in it.
This spirit is the very woman who once opened this house to so many in life. But before we tell you how Jessie Gibbons might still be greeting guests from beyond, let's take a quick break.
Don't go anywhere.
Are you an Indiana small business owner looking to reach a wider audience?
Consider partnering with the Hoosier Myths and Legends podcast directly to advertise your business.
Our listeners are passionate, engaged, and love supporting local businesses just like yours. By advertising with us, you'll connect directly with a community that values what Indiana has to offer.
Promote your business with the Hoosier Myths and Legends podcast and watch your customer base grow. Ready to make your mark? Contact us today at HoosierMythsandLegends@gmail.com and let's bring your business to the forefront. We're back. When we left off, we were about to step into the story of the Lady of Whispers Estate herself, Jessie Gibbons.
When Jessie Gibbons lived here with her husband, she was known for her kindness and generosity. She and Dr. Gibbons adopted many children, and she kept the home bustling with life. But Jessie eventually fell ill and spent her final days upstairs in what's now known as the Rose Room.
Some say that kindness didn't fade with her last breath. Guests staying in her room have reported waking up to the distinct feeling that someone has gently sat down beside them, as if checking in to make sure they're all right.
Others say they've heard the faint swish of skirts brushing past their bed in the dark, and almost everyone who spent the night there mentions catching a soft floral scent, Jessie's perfume, drifting through the air.
She doesn't seem to frighten people like some of the other spirits do. If anything, she's more of a watchful presence. That doesn't mean she's any less active. Sometimes people wake to find that their blankets have been tucked in a little tighter around them, almost like she's still looking after her guests.
Jessie's presence may be gentle, but not every spirit in Whispers Estate offers comfort. In fact, some seem to bring a heavy, unshakable sense of dread.
And among them is one figure in particular, silent, imposing, and impossible to ignore. Now, guests who cross paths with him say he doesn't need to speak to make his intentions clear.
He's become one of the estate's most unnerving mysteries, a shadow that stands where no one should be, watching from the edges of the light. And when we come back, we'll tell you what people call him and why even the bravest investigators have been rattled by his presence. Hey listeners, in case you didn't know, we wrote a book. Haunted Dearborn County, Indiana is now available at all major retailers. Strange and unusual things lurk behind the calm facade of Dearborn County.
Several legends surround the Hill Forest Mansion, the home of one of Aurora's founding families.
Many have seen the ghost of a farmer and his mule at Carnegie Hall in Morse Hill.
The glowing grave at Riverview Cemetery may connect to the 1941 Agru family massacre.
St. Mary's Church Rectory is said to be haunted by the former priest, and the spirits at Whiskey's in Lawrenceburg are not just in the drinks.
Several schools in the area echo with the sounds of former students and staff, and numerous local residences house the spirits of former owners who have never left.
Join Rebecca and I on a chilling tour from Lawrenceburg to Lawrenceville and beyond. Check out HoosierMythsandLegends.com for more details.
I gotta tell you, this spirit gives me the creeps.
They call him the Man in Black, a tall, shadowy figure dressed in dark clothing, often spotted at the end of the hallway or in the doorway of a room.
And he never speaks. He never moves towards you. This is what's creepy. He just stands there watching. And some visitors say that they've locked eyes with him for what feels like minutes, only to have him vanish when they blink.
Others claim that when he appears, the temperature in the room drops instantly and a crushing sense of unease settles over them, the kind that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
And there's a few investigators who have even reported seeing him in the photographs that they've taken, and he's just standing there in the background where no one else has been. His face always obscured as if the darkness is his mask.
Now, no one knows who he is. Was he a patient of Dr. Gibbons, a previous owner of the house, or something far older that has claimed the estate as its own?
Whatever he is, Mary, one thing's certain. When the man in black appears, you'll never forget that feeling that you were just being watched, but not just watched, studied.
So from Rachel's playful but restless spirit to Jesse's quiet watchfulness and finally to the unsettling gaze of the man in black, Whispers Estate is a place where the past never truly lets go.
It's a home marked by love, loss, and lingering mysteries, where every creak in the floorboards and every whisper in the dark feels like a story waiting to be told.
If you ever find yourself in Mitchell, Indiana, and happen to pass by the Whispers Estate, listen closely.
Because sometimes, if you're lucky or unlucky, you might just hear the voices of those who've never left.
Have you ever had an experience at the Whispers Estate? Are you familiar with the ghost lore surrounding the house? We would love to hear about it. Please send us an email to HoosierMythsAndLegends@gmail.com or reach out to us on social media. We may use it in a later episode. In the email, let us know if you wish to remain anonymous.
To see our source material, please visit our website, HoosierMythsAndLegends.com. Hoosier Myths and Legends is a Quigley Productions podcast.
Our theme song was written and recorded by Wet Blanket. The song title is Taxidermy Race Car.
As always, stay spooky.